Hello, everyone. This is Walter Proper, the Executive Director for the International Association of Public Health Logisticians. And we're here again in our Chapter Leaders Spotlight Series. And this time we're going to Sierra Leone, and we will be interviewing Amara. So let's begin by Amara. Why don't you introduce yourself, your full name, and where you live now and where you're from?
Thank you. So my full name is Amara Bengali Sesay. I'm a Sierra Leonean living in Sierra Leone, and I have been working in Sierra Leone.
Yeah. And what is your current job or position that you have?
I currently work with UNICEF, the UNICEF Sierra Leone Country Office. I work with them as a supply chain officer for the health and nutrition section for the Freetown office.
Okay. And so in general, what is your experience with health supply chain, and what do you like about working in health supply chain?
I graduated from university in 2010, and I'm a pharmacist by background, by the way. So, I think I'll need to mention that as well. So I graduated in 2010 from pharmacy school. So I had to do a 1-year internship. Then I started work. So when I started work, I straight away went into the supply chain landscape. So since 2011, I have been working in supply chain management, but mostly within the Sierra Leone context. And I've had the opportunity to work at the various levels that we have in Sierra Leone, at the community, the district, and the central level as well. And so I have seen over the couple of years how we have achieved certain things, how we have struggled to achieve certain things, and how we have faced challenges and how we have overcome the few of them in the past year. So I think I gained keen interest in developing a career in supply chain management, and in my very early years of work. So I have been developing myself in a number of courses and other programs that relates to supply chain management here as well. And so that is my background so far up to where I am today.
Well, it sounds well-rounded already in terms of understanding. So,
yeah, sure.
So, and how long have you been with IAPHL?
I joined IAPHL in 2012 or 13, if I'm not mistaken. I cannot say clearly, but it's around 12 and 13.
And do you know why did you join?
Like I said, in the beginning of my work here, so I gained keen interest in supply chain management generally, and as a pharmacist, I have a background in health and health matters. So when I saw the name International Association of Public Health Logisticians, so I saw it as a best fit for what I'm trying to look at in the future. So. And I spent some time to read about it. So definitely I had to sign up to become a member. So that interest was in me for a very long time.
Great. And so how long have you been with the chapter?
And we started our chapter in the recent past. So I have been a member of the global IAPHL, but interest in having country chapters came not too long ago. So we started our chapter just before COVID started in West Africa. So I would say one year, some months, maybe 6 to 8 months, we have formed our chapter. Yes.
So I assume COVID has affected the chapter being able to meet and do things.
Yeah, definitely. So in the beginning, we tried to have meetings, but of course, many other colleagues are kind of busy a little bit with work because our membership is scattered all over the country, and we are not concentrated in one area, which is the city, but also in many other areas across the country. So we had difficulties in getting members together. But so we have been trying to meet, then came COVID. So it has always been difficult to have a meeting in the COVID context. Of course, with the increased workload for logisticians across the country, in addition to your normal work, there is an additional emergency part of it that you need to work on as well.
Okay. And how large is the chapter? I know you just started. How large is the chapter now?
Yeah, so I wasn't sure myself in the beginning when I started discussing about forming a chapter. But I could identify up to 10 of my colleagues, most of whom are pharmacists as well, that are members of IAPHL. But I'm sure we can be up to 15 or 20.
And what would you want people to know about the Sierra Leone IAPHL chapter?
And we are very young, and I'm greatly looking forward to grow and also see how we can form ourselves into a very strong group where we have a functioning and registered constitution with a lot of guidance from IAPHL Global. So currently we want to see how we can strengthen our country chapter. So we want to tap in from experiences in other countries whose country chapters are well and functioning currently, how they can share with us their experiences, where we can better learn and piggyback on those experiences and develop a very strong chapter for ourselves as well. And not also forgetting that we will need a lot of guidance from the IAPHL Global as well, because we have people with a lot of experience in the area of public health logistics, so we can better be guided to form our chapter and have it going. Sure.
Yes. Well, we stand ready to help you, and we really welcome a new young chapter to our group. And as you said, there are other chapters that have been going, and those leaders are usually ready to help and share their ideas of how to keep the chapter. Okay. Well, thank you very much for becoming a leader of a chapter and getting the chapter going and being in health supply chain. And we thank you, Amara, for your time. And thank you, everybody else.
Thank you.